All right, Louisiana beer reviews. We're looking at beer that's been on the market since 1986. This is Abita Amber Lager made with natural spring water from Abita Springs. Now this is what they're saying. Amber Lager, as easy to love as New Orleans itself. Abita's original beer. Now it is true. It's Abita's.
I have never heard that statement on that.
You know,
bottle before.
4.5% alcohol.
Way to go, marketing department.
They say it's their most versatile beer for food pairing and star ingredients for many Louisiana chefs. Okay. Now you might agree that it's more better. It might be better for cooking, right? You're not a fan of it.
Well,
we talked off the air about some things.
so because we talk off the air, we're gonna throw me under the bus.
No, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying people do have formed opinions.
I know we're reviewing this beer now.
Just to give your opinion. People have formed opinions about products.
Okay, so there's a couple things I've noticed about this beer. Is that I want some more because I'm thirsty.
You know, I'm trying to even it out.
Is that I have noticed
that not only it's a really, oh look, it's orange.
Another orange beer. Well, there we go. It's Amber Day.
Yeah, this is called Amber. This is
Amber Day.
Ambers. So this is their flagship
A
beer.
little bit ahead.
And you can see it's made pretty well. It's got those lacing bubbles that stick. So you only get that in a finely made beer. But I've noticed that the bottled version and the tap version taste different.
Well,
I've
that's
noticed
typical.
that through many beers.
That's typical for beer. The draft version tastes
Right.
different and be a little better usually.
Yeah.
My father said, I used to love draft beer, but it always made me feel sick and have a terrible headache.
Maybe you drank too many.
I said the reason is because it's unpasteurized, and probably the bacteria was making him have a headache.
Oh, you mean like they didn't clean the tubes out?
It's just that it's not pasteurized, so it's going to have, it may have some bacteria in it. Whereas the pasteurized beer is going to kill all that.
So moving on, like I said, this is Abita's probably their #1 seller. This will be their flagship beer.
Yeah.
And it's sold everywhere. Everyone in Louisiana drinks it. I've seen it sold in other areas in the United States.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to love it too.
Pretty much all the restaurants and bars here have it, huh?
Yeah. Like Bud Light.
It's got a little crustiness.
Yeah, I mean you can smell
Maybe
it.
like bunny bread crust, though. Not dark.
Some obscure brand that no one's gonna know.
I think many people know about bunny bread. Okay. Now we got wind, sirens.
Wow. It's actually refreshing and pretty good. It's a light alcohol beer. Was it like a 4.5?
5.
It's a 5.0?
4.5.
Okay.
Low IBUs.
Got a slight burnt taste to it.
Burnt.
Yeah. Slight burnt taste.
I would say it has.
They've disguised it now because I remember years back it was a little stronger than this, but it still kind of tastes a little bit.
I would say it's just real low-level toasted malt. Just that generalized beer, lager beer, breadiness and sourness. And I don't mean like a sour beer where it's tart like a lemon head or a warhead. Just mean traditional beer sourness. Low medium body and a crisp finish. Now when this came out in 1986, people were really excited because they were used to drinking like Budweiser and Miller High Life. And that's the same year Miller Genuine Draft got popular, 86.
All
The
the
year they,
Coors and Coors Lights.
yeah. So this had a little bit more flavor, and it was considered like a big deal, one of the early craft beers. Now we look back on it and taste it, it seems to be kind of bland. But like they're saying, it's a good food pairing beer. So it's not going to have a lot of flavor.
The one thing the Abita company did do is that they opened the door for all the future craft beers to come about. So they were kind of like the gateway to the craft beer movement.
Yeah, around here,
You know,
for
it was
sure.
like, what, 86? And it was a slow progression there forth. So, there's nothing wrong with the beer. It tastes good.
It's fine. It's just not super bold. I mean,
No.
if you're going to say, well, I drink craft beer and I want KBS, Well, yeah, okay, but this isn't going to be anything like that. This is a whole different type of craft beer.
Yeah.
And they still have Abita Light, which has been redone as almost an ultralight. Well, it's too thin for me.
It's too thin, too thin.
I used to actually like Abita Light, but when they reformulated it, I wasn't totally dying for that. But I don't really see too many people drinking Abita Light, do you?
No,
I don't even really see it anywhere.
no. I'm not searching for it either, but
Abita pumpkin beer is popular in the fall. Not pumpkin beer, what am I saying? Pecan.
yeah, pecan beer is popular.
That's a good one. In the spring, it's the Mardi Gras Bock, which
Sure.
I like. And then you know it's in the summer. The spring is the strawberry.
The strawberry, and then they did that seersucker one for a while,
And then they
before
did
that there was some kind of
The legit hard lemonade this summer.
yeah, they did strawberry, and then they did a Satsuma beer, and then they kind of went away from that, and then they introduced the seersucker, which was a lemon-based beer, which was okay.
And they've done the blueberry.
Blueberry, which is
It's okay. And then, of course, one of their most popular beers is the,
Andy Gator.
well, yeah, that's the Helles Doppelbock. But I'm talking about the Purple Haze, the raspberry lager, unfiltered raspberry beer.
Which to me kind of tastes like a cross between beer and wine.
Yeah, Purple Haze.
Cross between beer and wine, yeah. It's kind of real sugary, gives you a headache.
Something I wanted to get those headaches.
Now,
food
the
and
one
dessert.
combination beer they did do, because I remember years ago before all the craft beer places blew up, like before 2010, you could go over there and you go on free tours.
Yeah, I went there.
And they give you
97.
one cup and you 97.
I went on a tour in '97.
And they give you one cup and you can sit there and fill up as much as you want until they kicked you out. Basically, it kept you in there for an hour. If you're a good fast drinker and smart drinker, you get a six-pack.
Yeah, no, and you were filling the cup.
Yeah, but you can mix your own beers, so that's what I was doing. I was mixing the beers to see what different flavors I can
Oh,
get
you
out
could
of it.
mix them.
Well, yeah, you're allowed to pour your own.
So what was your?
Well, the most ironic thing now is that I've noticed they have something now called Straw Gator. Which is a
Right.
combination of their strawberry
Lager and the Andy Gator.
and the Indicator. And I was always reluctant. I was like, man, look at that, a sweet strawberry beer in a Hellesbock. And I was like, I don't know. And then finally I just picked one up and I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. 'Cause it came in a big bomber. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. And you know what? It actually works.
Yeah, he's
There's
still making.
something-
I don't know if it's ironic, but it's
Well,
odd.
it's ironic, the fact is that we used to go to the brewery and mix those beers.
Oh, and then they made it. Okay.
And then they made it, is the point I was getting at. And then they put out an oyster beer, right? They had some kind of a competition.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah, and it was it an oyster porter or oyster stout?
Well, if you go to their
There's a one called what's
Yeah.
it called?
I can't even keep up. There's so many, but if you go to their
Bad Mother Shucker.
yeah,
That's what it was. I still got one.
if you go to their brewery, they have stuff that they don't sell anywhere. Like when Tanya Mikowski, one of the fellow beer reviewers, she doesn't do too many videos anymore.
That was the cafe,
2 years ago, we went.
not the brewery.
Well, the cafe part of it. We went there 2 years ago, and they had.
Well, the cafe's here and the brewery's here.
You know, no, but it's all together now. You can take a tour right from the cafe.
No, the cafe is still the cafe.
Well,
It's
whatever. We
over
went on the brewery
trailhead.
tour. We went on the brewery tour, and
You're upset.
she tried. No, I'm not. I got videos prove it. She tried the old fashioned. It was the one that was made to taste like an old fashioned. It was a pale ale. Well, it was different. So anyway, how do you score this one? I'm gonna say similar to that Joseph Sproul, like a B plus,
Yeah, I'll give it a big plus too.
like 88 out of 100.
Yep.
All right, so Les Zélé Bon Temps Relais, a very good, very old school craft beer from Louisiana. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.
Drink better beers, kids.